Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today just a quick one. I did a brake job on Donna the Diesel before Christmas. It's about 4 or 5 days after Christmas now, and it's crazy. It's about 70 degrees, 20. What would that be? 25 and a half, 26. Is that right? I don't know. Anyway, it's about 69, 70 degrees, and when I replaced the brakes, I did not have a brake sensor. And so since my brake sensor light came on, you'll get this warning on your dashboard. I had to go out and get some brake sensors. Now I want to bring you in. Hopefully this is focusing, maybe against my light shirt. There's a little bump here, and in that bump there are some wires that are molded in, and those wires make a closed circuit. When this is clipped onto the pad, and as it wears down, that starts wearing against the disc and gets destroyed. It opens the circuit, and that's when the light on your dash comes on. So remember that little bump, and remember closed circuit, open circuit. I'm going to go ahead and get the truck in the air and get the wheel off. There is a sensor on the back right and front left. This is the sensor that I think was giving me problems, so I'm going to replace it first. But it is, you can see it clipped to the pad in there, and you can see right now there's plenty of room. And if I unclip this, you can see that the top of it is destroyed. So we're going to test this for continuity, but I can tell you right now that it does not have continuity. So from the back of the wheel, so this is the back, it'd be passenger side in the US, or back right hand side wheel. We pulled the clip out. It clips into the top there and goes up over. Actually, it goes underneath there, clips into several holders, and then the connector is very hard to see. There's the shock absorber, and here's the connector right here. So we're going to pop that Christmas tree out and separate them. So this is the part that's coming from the truck, and you can see it's just two little wires and two little wires in here, and the Christmas tree attaches into here. I've broken it off, but this connector actually comes down from the top. Looking at the end of the sensors, the little metal clip came off the bottom one, but you can see the little nub up on the top of the sensor has completely worn down. So we're going to check them for continuity. Hard to do this with only two hands, but I've got some probes wedged in the end connector. This is the old one, and you can see that it's an open line. That's what throws up the warning on your dash. Let's clip these together just to make sure. Yep, the multimeter is working. Okay, here is the new one. You'll be able to hear it. That is a closed circuit. So again, without jangling around too much, you can see the difference in the top of those. This one was destroyed. The pads wore down quite a bit. Now, if your light doesn't come on and somebody just tells you that you need new brakes, you don't have to replace the sensor. But as you can see, this is a sacrificial part, and so we'll go ahead and route this, get it back in. Right rear wheel, passenger side in the US. Yes, I should have used a jack stand. Wasn't really getting up under the truck. Now I did have my head under the truck for a little bit, but don't do as I do, do as I say, and use a jack stand. Let's see if we can bring you in. All right, so up under here, right in front of the shock absorber, is the connector, and then it routes up. There's a holder here, another holder here, and then a holder on the back of the wheel routes through behind the wheel into here, and then we will clip it in. So here's the disc. There's another pad out here. This is the outside of the disc, the inside of the disc, and the inside pad. And this just clips in. Like that. Okay, so you can see in there, maybe you can see how that bump is riding up, but it's got plenty of clearance until it hits the rotor. So that tells you how far gone my rear brakes were. Before we put the wheel on, we're going to go ahead and test, and I can tell you already, the brake light would come up right about now. Clear everything off. And so the only, the red triangle up there just means that the ignition is on and the doors are open. But $20 to replace that sensor. We'll replace the front one, and it goes about the same. And we'll call this one good. So while I'm at it, changing the wheel or putting the wheel back on, I'm going to go ahead and swap out the lug nuts. I've got this still has the OEM lug nuts, and you can see these aren't bad at all. But it's a steel lug nut underneath a little stainless cap. Maybe it's aluminum, I don't know. But I'm going back with some fully chrome lug nuts. I've bought these before, and I've got them on Colonel Reb. I've got them on the 2011, and I like them. They don't swell when you're on the road. You're not going to run across. You're not going to come up on the fact that crap, my caps have swollen, and I can't get my 7/8 or I think it's 21 millimeter, maybe it's 22 millimeter on. So I'll put the link to these, and we're going to swap them out when we put the wheel on. All right, we've got our little Ugga-Dugga. This is just to run them up. It's not really going to torque them. Technically, it's supposed to be a 3-stage torque. I want to say it's something like 7 Newton meters, then 70, then 140. I'll put the values up on the screen. All right, so I'm going to call that my first stage tightening, and that'll be enough to let the truck down and finish torquing them. Since I ran it down with the little Ugga-Dugga, these I'm just going to take to 140 Newton meters. I'm going to swap the rest of them out, but I'm just going to do it one at a time. I'm going to take one out, put one back on, and torque it to spec. And so that way I don't have to jack the car back up. I got to say, the front is considerably more difficult. Now, it snaps in the same place. It goes like this. And you can see, hopefully you can see, that one, actually it was pretty close to wearing out as well. But I lost the little metal clip, so that's why I'm swapping it out. It is, for less than 20 bucks, where can you get that kind of peace of mind? So let's get the new one and we'll route it. Not sure how much of this you're going to be able to see, but this one has the metal clip in it, and you can see that the bump is considerably more pronounced. So same thing, we will clip it in. I say we'll clip it in. There we go. All right. So clipped in, and then this goes over the bleed nipple and locks in with the cap. Runs behind here, and there is there's a holder back there. So feed it high. You want to be over this flexible brake line. And there is a holder back there that catches this, the first black holder. Bring you around here. We're about out of battery, so I'm going to skip ahead. But these go behind the, what I think are the analog brakes. Okay, so they get locked in behind that. Now what I wanted to show you before my battery dies is the connector is way up under here. So the connector, if you undo this Christmas tree here, you can pull it back and get to it. You don't have to take all this out. So I'm about out of battery. I'm going to shut it down. All right, YouTube. That's about it for this one. When I did the brake job all the way around, pads and rotors, I forgot to get the brake wear sensor. And so put those on. There's a million good videos out there about doing brakes, so I didn't do that. But hopefully you learned a little something about the how the sensor works and why it works. We also swapped out the lug nuts. The old ones weren't particularly swollen, but it looked like they were kind of on their way. And so I think for about $40, I got the entire set. Of course, I'll put the link in. Other than that, I think we're good. I'd like to thank all the folks that have subscribed. It's been a while since I've posted. I think we're up to 437 or something like that. A couple days after Christmas here. And so thanks. And here's to a happy and healthy 2026 for everybody. My time's up. I thank you for yours. We'll see you on the next one, YouTube.